Hey everybody, it's Ricky's Rockin' Reviews, and I just got back from my trip to France and Norway. It was super fun, and they have a lot of bookstores in France. It was really cool to see. It was my first time over there, got to see the Eiffel Tower and all that, but I was surprised to see how many comic book stores they had, and just like in general, how much reverence they had to their comics. Like there was like a street, I don't remember what it's called, but they had a whole bunch of shops that had stuff like Lucky Luke and Adventures of Tintin and all that kind of stuff. But they also had a lot of, well, they're a lot freer over there with what they depict. So they had a lot of sexual things, a lot of nude art, and a lot of sexual comics. But my goal was to find something that, represented where I visited. I had traveled to Spain. Last time I went to Spain last time I went to Europe, I traveled to Spain and Italy and Portugal. And in Spain, I was able to get the Avengers Omnibus Volume 1, but in Spanish. That was pretty cool. I'll do a video on that one. But this time around, I got pretty lucky and I found some really cool stuff. Well, initially, I'd seen some like Batman, Superman, kind of old comic things, but they looked a little bit generic, and I really, what I wanted was to find something that had the language, so something in French. So it's really cool because I was able to find a couple things. So I really love the Submariner. I think he's very underrated. And so I was able to find this book right here where he's looking super cool, super boss, like a king. I'm not sure exactly what it says. I mean, you can infer some of the stuff it says, but it talks about how this is actually in color, which was another reason why I decided to get this Submariner comic instead of like the Batman, Superman stuff that they had. Even though that stuff was really cool too, but I could only bring so much, especially with my wife, how she like fills all the luggage with shoes and a whole bunch of clothes and stuff. But this is the stuff that really matters, and I was only able to get a little bit of things. And this was the other one I got where he's fighting Thor, which looks super cool. And this was precious cargo on the way back. So there's the back. It shows you what kind of stories. It has more stories than the Submariner. It has like Hulk and stuff like that, I believe. Call them albums here. And then another really cool thing I have that I got there was this Zoro comic. This one's in black and white. It's like this like very pulpy stuff, and like when you open it up, it has that like super old pulpy smell that you love. Like, ooh, just smells like 1970s. It's awesome. So I'm gonna take a closer look at these now. All right, so here we're gonna go. We're gonna take a look at this Zoro comic. And these were all relatively cheap. I think I spent like $12 for all this stuff. Or, when you convert the euros or whatever. But the colors stand out really nicely. It was hard to pick. Which book to get. They had a whole bunch of different Zoro books. Like, I'm talking like 16, 20 of them. And I thought this was the coolest one. Very dynamic, doing his vigilante shit. It's just a really cool like time capsule type thing, and being able to bring this back is so cool. It's better than any souvenir that you can get in any souvenir shop and stuff like that. And now with the benefit of technology, I can use the Google Translate app to be able to translate every panel, so I can actually get some semblance of what's going on as far as the dialogue goes. And let's see. They've got some other type of book there too. I'm curious to see what they're talking about in these like wordy pages. I always like those pages. I'm always interested in what those long texts have to say. But that should be really fun to, dissect and stuff with the Google Translate, like I said. So this one says 6F. I'm not sure. I'm pretty sure these are like reprints of, what was going on in America, like the actual like comics. Maybe just changed ever so slightly. I'm not gonna act like I know exactly what's going on in these books, but look at that awesome artwork. That's so cool. I've always been a fan of collected editions, no matter in what form. I think they're superior to the single issues, to be honest. Although, like the old stuff, it's so cool to collect that. But there's something about having multiple stories at once, or a continuing story. But check that out. Oh my gosh, this is actually my first time looking through this stuff too. We got some crazy cool artwork in here. Oh man. Yeah, I'm gonna be using my Google Translate on this hardcore. Because I've never read these issues in the American versions. Even though I really love comics, I have a huge collection, but we never have the time to read everything. Oh, Vision makes an appearance. There's Hawkeye. Oh man. This is so cool, and all in French, of course. Yeah, so like I said, this beats anything from a souvenir shop. Let's see what they have at the end page here. Oh, cool. They're able to advertise for the the distinguished competition DC. There's Wonder Woman. And then let's take a look at the last one here, where he's looking like a king. And again, this is my first time going through these. Those vacations are the get up and go type thing. So back in the hotel room, I was exhausted and tired, and just wanted to save looking at these for when I got home back nice and comfortable. Wow. And I can see here, like on the spine, it's very sensitive, so I'll try not to flip through it too much. Let's see here. Incredible artwork, and I love the way the pages feel. That's something I like, that doesn't come across in collected editions nowadays, where they have like this glossy paper. And although it makes the color stand out, and it's very very resistant to the degradation of time and stuff, I still appreciate the way they felt before. Oh my gosh, look at that. What a beautiful page. And hey, for the most part, the pages are pretty damn white still. I don't know when exactly this was printed. It might not be that old. But still, I'm just so happy with these. I was so happy to be able to find these. Like I said, there was a bunch of comic book stores, and oh man, I love these like one sheets. Oh, it's so cool. As I was saying, oh, there's Daredevil and Nighthawk. Oh man, I've never seen him with yellow eyes before. Maybe that's a French thing, I don't know. Yeah, so there were several comic book, there's the Defenders. There were several comic book stores, and a lot of them had like the new comics that are coming out right now, and some back issues, but they were all in English. So when I finally found this at the last store, the store that had, like some kinky stuff in there, some kinky books in there, I was so happy to find this. I also found some Donald Duck books, but since I have so many of the fancy graphics, I figured I just appreciate them there and just stick with these, especially with like limited space here and stuff. But thanks for watching, guys. Like and subscribe.